encounters on the first day of the quarterfinals in this FIFA World Cup 2022, where Brazil, the title contenders, perhaps the last World Cup of Neymar, Thiago Silva, comes to an end for Brazil, and it's in the hands of Croatia, who managed to stay into this game where Brazil looked lethal in the previous matches, in the last match as well, dominated that game in the first half against South Korea, but here they came in short. Croatia did not allow any chances for Brazil in the 90 minutes, where Livakovic had the game of his life. 11 saves against Brazil in the quarterfinals of the World Cup. He was exceptional at the back for Croatia, of course, along with Guardiola, who we said would play a very important role, along with Lovren and Juranovic. Oh, what a match he's had today. Looked amazing going forward. Defensively, he looked strong, provided that creativity upfield as well, and Sosa as well, putting in a good shift for Croatia in this game. Croatia managed to come back from a goal down where Neymar had scored in the, I think it was in the 105th minute when it went into the extra time, and when it felt like Neymar or Brazil would now, there's no way Croatia can come back from this in the extra time, but Petkovic came into the play. He came in as a substitute instead of Kramaric, and managed to get that goal. No one believed that Croatia can, and they've never scored. They've hardly scored in this World Cup. Petkovic, I don't know after how long has he scored, but that goal came in the right time, getting that equalizer, taking the game again into the penalties. I was honestly surprised to see Rodrigo step in to take that first penalty for Brazil. It was a little strange for me, but he missed his first penalty. Then it was followed by Casemiro, who made it 2-1 for Brazil. But Pedro scored as well. Luka Modric scored his. But Marquinhos, when the important penalty had to be taken, Marquinhos, who had also had a big deflection in that goal that was scored for Croatia, which was a Petkovic shot, but a big deflection came off Marquinhos. And when he stepped up to take that penalty, he missed it. He hit the post, and he missed the chance. Neymar did not get a chance to take the penalty. I was honestly surprised why he didn't step in instead of Marquinhos. I think Casemiro should have gone first instead of Rodrigo. Yeah, I mean, it is Croatia who've gone through with whatever that is. In fact, the goal that was scored came off a counter-attack from Croatia, where Orsic had the assist, a beautiful square ball to Petkovic, who took the shot, big deflection off Marquinhos, and it beat Alisson. He didn't have a lot to do in that game throughout the match, but the quarterfinal is over between them. Brazil is out. Croatia move on to the semifinals, where they will face Argentina. The second quarterfinal game was a thriller yet again between Netherlands and Argentina, where it was a tactical battle. We talked about how Van Gaal has been doing well in terms of tactics, but Scaloni stepped up in terms of tactics. He came up with a 3-5-2 formation against 3-4-1-2 or 3-4-3 formation, which is the usual setup for Netherlands. But Argentina, to counter the wing play of Netherlands, where in the last game Blind and Dumfries had a riot in the flanks. Dumfries getting 2 assists, 1 goal, Blind getting a goal as well, Frankie de Jong scoring in the last game as well. But Argentina stepped up. They had to individually, and I think the tactics worked for them during those 90 minutes. The first goal was scored by Argentina. I think the goal came through Molina, who played in the right wing. For Argentina, it was again a beautiful assist by Messi yet again. If you haven't watched it, do watch the highlights and see the timing, the instinct of Messi to play that ball to Molina's run. who had initially passed the ball to Messi and continued his run to play a 1-2 with Messi. He good hold-up play by Messi and then placing that ball right at the right time for Molina, who got a good first touch and finished it in Nopert's goal. The second goal for Argentina, which got them the 2-0 lead in this game, was scored through penalty, which was converted by Messi. It was a foul on Acuna by Timber inside the penalty areas. I think it was Timber. But in this game, Acuna got his second card, so he will miss the the next game in the semi-final against Croatia. But Messi converting that penalty plays, because he did miss one penalty in this World Cup so far against Poland, where Szczesny pulled out that save. But apart from that, also Messi had a fantastic game. He was dropping in very deep. There were a lot of talks about his defensive duties by Van Dijk as well as Louis van Gaal before this match. But Messi doing the dirty work in this game, where he had to contribute defensively as well against this strong Netherlands side. But I think the midfield had an exceptional game for Argentina. It was a game that had to be controlled and finished in the midfield. And De Paul, Enzo Fernandez, Alistair stepping up. A good tactical battle of cutting that Netherlands threat in the wing by playing Molina and Acuna as the wingers. Cody Gakpo, Memphis Depay, Bergwijn started this game for Netherlands ahead of Klaassen. I think it didn't work out. This tactics didn't work out, because Depay in that game was playing as a number 10 position, and Gakpo and Bergwijn were upfield. Memphis Depay didn't contribute much, along with Gakpo and Bergwijn, who had a quiet game. I think they should have done better in terms of how they've been playing in this World Cup so far. The tactics did change when Bergwijn was substituted. Depay moved on in the attacking zone, and but it wasn't enough. The two goals, so two-goal lead Argentina had gotten, but managed to give away that lead in the hands of Weghorst, who had come in as a substitute, who had earned his first yellow card while he was sitting in the bench. But he did come on and got both the goals for Netherlands to make it 2-2, and the final goal came off a training ground routine of a free kick that was given away very, very cheaply right outside the penalty area. There was no need for that foul to be given, but they made that mistake, and Netherlands made the most of it to take this game into the extra time and then the penalties. Van Dijk took the first penalty for Netherlands and missed it. I don't think he's a regular penalty taker even in Liverpool. But Emi Martinez, it wasn't a well-placed penalty, and Emi Martinez stepped up and pulled off a big save. Leo Messi then stepped up for Argentina, converted his, again sending Noppert the wrong way. Berghaus came up next, who missed his penalty again. Emi Martinez again pulling a good save. Paredes converted his, and then Montiel. Weghorst did take the penalty as well. He managed to convert his. A miss by Enzo Fernandez meant that it will go into the last kick, where Lautaro Martinez stepped up. He had a big chance even during the extra time, but missed. And but in the penalties he managed to I was very nervous when he stepped up to take that penalty, but he converted his penalty and has now taken Argentina to the semi-final, where they will face Croatia.